Monnie from HD Podcast, Bold Glamour Filter Fridays. Let's review SmackDown. Lego. So to start off the show, pretentious presidential candidate Cody Rhodes comes out. And of course, he's not dressed in his regular suit and tie. No, he's actually dressed for a fight. Next slide. So Cody says, I know what I want to talk about tonight. I want to talk about Kevin Owens and what Kevin Owens did to my dear friend Randy Orton, which allow me to reiterate one more time for everyone in the cheap seats in the back. This man is not your friend. How many times do we have to say it? He is not your friend. Do not trust him. Next slide. So Cody challenges Kevin to a fight. He demands Kevin come out here and they handle this right now like men. But allow me to reiterate something else again. If you think Kevin ain't gonna put you in a pile driver, ain't gonna do a pile driver on you, Cody, you got another thing coming, in the words of Judas Priest. He's gonna do it to you. But alas, let me continue with my rant. So out comes the only GM with some common sense, Nick Aldis. And Nick Aldis tells Cody, ain't gonna happen tonight. I don't know what you want. I don't know what you dealing with. I really don't care, but I told Kevin, and we all told Kevin to stay his ass out of the arena. We told him not to come here because this is going to escalate. He performed a pile driver on Randy. We don't want this to happen to you. You're a golden boy. We love you. I don't personally, but I'm a hater. But don't do this. Cody then tells Nick Aldis, I don't care. This is my friend that he did this to. You honestly think how hard it is for me to call his wife and tell his wife that he might have his neck broke? Which, by the way, Triple H, where are you? That is your job. But let me continue. Cody then says, he says that I'm the problem and that it's me and that I'm the reason why he's doing this. Well, yeah, Cody, it's you. You're the problem. It's you. Next slide. That brings me to this backstage promo. Well, this promo that was on Twitter and that was later on WWE on SmackDown. And that is of Kevin Owens. And Kevin Owens, again, is wearing an American Dream Dusty Rhodes shirt. And I love it. Kevin is in his car and he said, they banned me from coming inside because they want to protect Cody. He's their golden boy. But that's not the reason why I want to talk about this. Kevin tagged The Rock in this promo. And I have about 50 million questions right now. And all of them are pointing to, yo, Kevin, are you talking to DJ too? Next slide. Backstage, of course, Sammy, Jay, and Jimmy are backstage and they're getting ready to talk to Roman. Roman said he'll be here later on tonight. But, Sammy says, I have another person that we can talk to. Sammy talks to LA Knight. LA Knight does not say yeah. He says no to this. And he has a match with Santos Escobar. He wins, beats Santos Escobar clean. Next slide. So backstage, after Sammy and Jimmy and Jay are outside Roman's locker room, they go inside and they have a come to Jesus talk with Roman. And the come to Jesus talk is, Roman, we literally jumped every single person that we're asking for help from. I mean, we were on demon time beating these people up. Nobody wants to help us. They do not like us. I mean, I was fun jumping people, but now we're on the receiving end of the jumping and that's not fun. We don't like this. Nobody wants to help us because of what we did. I mean, they don't want to assist us in this. They don't like what we did to everybody that we did to them. I mean, we don't know who to call. And Jay tells Roman, call him. Make the call. Call him. You're wondering who he's going to make the call to? Well, we're about to find out. Next slide. As Roman and Jimmy and Jay, OG Bloodline, are backstage, all wearing their OG Bloodline merch. Loves it. Can't wait to get my t-shirt. As they're all backstage wearing their OG Bloodline shirts, Solo and Bloodline 2.0 come out to the ring, ready for a fight, ready to talk their talk. Well, OG Bloodline all gets on the apron. They all climb in the ring and the fight begins. And oh my gosh, it was beautiful. There was one moment where Tama Tonga was jumping up and down. He was getting hyped for it. And Jay was talking shit and he was getting hyped for it. And I was getting hyped for it. And then they all got in the ring. And then Jacob equalized the Usos. And then there was a moment where Solo was going to spike Sammy and Roman speared Solo. And then Sammy went to do that little leap thing that he does off onto the Tongans. And it was wonderful. And, there was a moment where Solo was gone. Roman had speared him, and Jacob and Roman were in the ring together, and we're all salivating, going, yes, we want this. And then, next slide. Am I the only person who gives a damn about the rules? Big boy Bronson Reed shows up. I guess he's their fifth man, and he takes out Bloodline OG along with Jacob, and they take out Roman, and they moonsault Roman, and then Big Boy Bronson Reed does a tsunami onto Roman, and I was none too pleased. I actually walked out of the room when that happened. But of course, as WWE officials are outside telling them to leave, I'm wondering what the hell is Shane Helms doing? Like, why are you, like, go in there and go stop them? Like, this is bad. Like, why are y'all outside shouting and screaming? Like, I don't need that. I need y'all to fix this. I am happy that one of the officials did get the OTC's scrunchie because, those things are hard to come by. And you lose a scrunchie, you lose it. Like, you can't get it back. I mean, it's just terrible. Next slide. Tommaso Ciampa crashed out. And he crashed out on Johnny Gargano. And the match between the Profits and Motor City Machine Guns was pretty good until that DQ finish happens. The DQ finish happened. Triple threat incoming. I love the fact that Angelo pushed one of the guys from Motor City Machine Guns aside. And of course, Montez, which is mean mugging. Heel turn incoming. I'm excited for it. Let's get it. The main event was between Nia Jax and Naomi. It was a good match, of course. And then Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez came in and interrupted it. And I was very upset, of course, but I know what's coming. There's finna be a 5-on-5. I'm hoping it's War Games. I have not seen Raw. Do not spoil it for me. I've been off of Twitter trying not to look at it. But I'm excited, of course. What would make my heart warm even better is if Rhea Ripley comes back and joins Team Bianca. That would be great. I would adore it. Because, if there's anybody who deserves to get their lick back on those two, it's Rhea Ripley. Next slide. So that brings me to the end of the show. And that is Roman, of course. Jay has been telling Roman, make the call, make the call, make the call. Roman is backstage, and I want to say thank you, OTC, for getting a brand new iPhone, because you've been carrying that 6 for the past 4 years. It's about time you upgraded. I hope that's a 16 Pro, because, I've heard they're wonderful. I'm over here talking on my 13 Pro Max, but that's just because right now money is tight for me, but hopefully one day I can upgrade again too. But alas, Roman is sitting in his chair, in his easy chair, has his phone in his hand, and he says, call the wise man. And we all are excited and everything, and we're waiting to hear that line ring. And alas, next slide, it doesn't. The number you have reached is not in service. Please check your call or try again. Y'all, I'm highly disappointed and I'm highly upset. But then again, shout out to our mutual Vanessa, our day one. I love you, Vanessa. She pointed it out that Bloodline 2.0 broke Paul Heyman's phone. Could that be why he's not answering the phone? We don't know. But it ended, of course, with Roman. Y'all, he is stressed. I really don't like my OTC being stressed out like this, but he is stressed. And you know what? I have a feeling, and this is just me personally, and I've been asked about it, and that is, who do I think should join Bloodline OG in this match? And I can only think of one person, and you guys are going to be upset with me, but just go with me on this. It's Seth, guys. Seth is the one that needs to join this 5-on-5. He's got beef with Bronson Reed. Yeah, he's got issues with Roman. But at the end of the day, Roller reigns for life. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a Shield girly. I will forever and always be a Shield girly. And what better way to do this than to have his Shield brother with him? But that's me, though. Drink your water. For the love of God, watch your back for chair shots. Acknowledge your OTC, Roman Reigns. Acknowledge the dynasty. And last but not least, we do have trivia night coming up on Space and on X, formerly known as Twitter. We will be giving away prizes. These questions are going to be dynasty related, and it'll happen before Survivor Series. But I love you all. Good night, everyone.